Welcome back, Gale Force, and thank you for attending my presentation about Gray, a unit from Gaiden and Echoes. Today, I'll be talking about his Echoes incarnation, and first, let's talk about his traits. Gray is with you from the very beginning of the game, functioning as one of the villagers of Alm's Root. As a male villager, Gray can promote into the Cavalier, Soldier, Mercenary, Archer, or Mage class lines. Of your starter villagers, Gray is the only one who needs not gain any additional levels in order to promote at the first shrine. Because Gray is so variable, so too can be his impact, so we'll discuss his role and capabilities as each class, starting with the Cavalier. As a Cavalier, Gray will be relatively strong, but slow. His bases upon promotion will leave him relatively interchangeable with Clive, leaving this role somewhat of a poor choice for Gray, as Clive isn't considered a fantastic unit to begin with. The mobility of the class offers Gray little due to the map design and Echoes not caring much for unit movement speed. As a soldier, Gray fares a lot better, with the stats coming out to be better than those of Lucas on average. Unfortunately, the one area where he struggles compared to Lucas in this class is also its most important feature, defense, where Lucas has a 20% growth lead. Nonetheless, Gray can perform quite decently in this role should one wish him to go down it, serving as a hard hitting, bulky unit with plenty of HP. Gray is perhaps at his worst in the Mage class line, as he gains no unique skills and his growths are ill suited for a class which relies on their own HP to deal damage. His natural damage dealing potential, as well as his higher than average HP growth relative to his join time, become a moot point as he will often be doubled if enemies manage to hit him, and he'll have none of the defense from a more physically oriented class line to save himself. Most people would say Gray performs best as a mercenary, thanks to the class's natural bonus to speed patching up his poor base. Gray will also eventually gain the skill Apotrope in this class line, somewhat mitigating his poor resistance. Moreover, as Alm's Path has no mercenaries unless a villager is promoted into one, this is a perfectly acceptable place for Gray to end up. He'll certainly end up at his most balanced in this role. However, I would still argue Gray's best role is in the Archer class line, along with most other units in the game who can access it if we're being totally honest. He will still be slow, but Archers and Echoes can attack at up to a 3 tile range and can counter at melee range if attacked from it. When promoted further, this attack range increases to a whopping 5 tiles, making these units able to easily pick off foes without risking being damaged in return on their own attack. Moreover, steel bows grant the skill Heavy Draw, which can significantly increase the damage potential of a unit like Gray, who likely won't hit more than once, or Encloser from the longbow, which prevents the enemy from moving if it hits. Silver Bow allows him an option to deal with magically inclined foes by silencing their powers for a turn too, leaving this Gray's most versatile class option by far. In conclusion, as one would expect, Gray is a highly variable unit whose performance varies wildly by class choice, and his best options are likely to become either a mercenary or an archer. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and click the bell if you'd like to get notified when I post a new video. A special thank you to patrons 60 Sweep, Gorilla Danny, and Bosnia for subscribing at the Paladin tier, and Average Stat Pat and Caius Griffin for subscribing at the Great Lord tier. And also to YouTube members Jerry for joining at the Paladin tier, and Caius Griffin, who again joined at the Great Lord tier. I'd really appreciate it if you checked out the links in the description if you can, but otherwise, have a great rest of your day.